Hello dear friends. Some people still believe that the quantum financial system is a crazy theory of us conspiracy theorists until it is officially adopted by a real bank and an international Swiss consulting firm starts talking about it. Have the bank and the consulting firm gone crazy? There are bank workers who even deny its existence, but they have not realized that the bank is a pyramid, and those at the top have more information than those at the bottom. In the same way that there is a primary and secondary banking, and what works in secondary banking has not yet reached primary banking. This explains the confusion of the subject. Opinion piece. QFS starts. First bank to adopt quantum system. Swiss consulting firm Foster Swiss has rebuilt it. China's Huishang bank officially adopts the QFS. QFS does not require blockchain technology. It has been running in parallel to prevent theft attempts. Quantum system does not accept illegally sourced money. The only safe haven from illegal money will be digital currencies. The goal of the new system is to end financial slavery. Lightworkers have paid a high price for their sensitivity. We are currently in the process of dismantling a 15,000 years old agenda. Let's start. China's Huishang Bank is already using quantum communication and related encryption, which it claims to be the basic to security of data traffic. The aforementioned bank has also taken the plunge into applying such encryption when issuing digital certificates between its branches and the China Financial Certification Authority. Foster Swiss reports. There is no doubt that this pioneering trend towards the QFS quantum financial system and its promising advantages must be accompanied by many other trends in different countries, which have already started their journey to join this all-encompassing type of financial economy, international trade, as well as independence and security. Foster Swiss is a Swiss international consulting firm based in Madrid, Barcelona and Geneva, in first-class offices, which provides its services to the Spanish-speaking market worldwide. Its scope of activity is in the financial, tax, and legal areas, both for individuals and companies. Founded on December 28th, year 2005, Huishang Bank is headquartered in Hefei, Anhui province. It was incorporated by 6 urban commercial banks and 7 urban credit cooperatives with Anhui province. Huishang Bank is now the largest urban commercial bank in central China in terms of scales of total assets, total loans, and total deposits. Some financial institutions are putting quantum communications to the test. So far, these banks are keeping quiet about their activities because not all customers want to reveal how they are protecting their information, as that could make them a target for attackers. Quantum key distribution can replace the current infrastructure. This distribution is a secure communication method involving quantum mechanics. It allows 2 parties to produce a shared random secret key that only they know. The 2 parties can detect any third part attempting to gain knowledge of the key, because the measurement process of a quantum system perturbs the system. Security. Current banking identification and encryption systems have proven to be ineffective in many cases, So this innovative system ensures to overcome this vulnerability throughout encryption and using newer methods throughout quantum security. The goal to achieve absolute security is to develop standards that also oblige each country that each sector of the industry must adopt and replace its infrastructure with the new quantum computing to reach a fully international level and without exclusions. It is clear at this moment in time that the world must turn the financial system around, both nationally and internationally, to make it fairer and more equitable. For now, in this race to reach quantum communications at its full potential, there are already some companies that are ready. Among them, Huishang Bank, which is currently at the forefront of quantum financial system finance. The quantum financial system is a megalithical financial structure that the heavens have given to humankind. I call it a megalithic because it's the most advanced financial system anyone can imagine. This technology has no equal on Earth today. It is a magnificent system designed to take on the magnitude of accounting need to balance all the world's financial transactions in real time. QFS provides absolutely transparent and secure integrity in any movement of funds from central banking resources to designation accounts. The QFS would drive out the fraudulent monetary system and the heavy burden of state financing in the hands of banking institutions, which only leads to overburdening consumption and entrepreneurship with costs simulating the abuse of financial power. Description: the QFS is hosted by 9 satellites connected to the World Bank, the International Monetary Fund, and the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. It is a financial system created by teams of alliance engineers. One of its main features is that bankers will not be able to access any of these funds without permission from the global escrow account supervisors. The aim of the system is to replace central banking and cover the new global network for the transfer of gold or money backed by active assets or precious metals. It should be noted that QFS is completely independent of the existing centralized system and has no need for the blockchain system, which has called into question the need for cryptocurrencies. With this quantum financial system, all sovereign currencies will be backed by active assets or precious metal, which guarantees their sustainability. Importantly, the QFS has been operating in parallel to the core banking system of the past few times, in turn preventing hacking attempts to steal funds. The quantum computing system assigns a digital number to every coin in every bank account around the world and monitors it in real time. It knows exactly where it went, where it was transferred, who sent it with their login information, and which account received it. The new system was invented to end financial slavery and control over the population, and is tremendously novel as it has no equivalent in advanced technology in any other previous system. Warranties. It should be noted that only gold or asset-backed currencies with a digital gold or asset certificate can be transferred through the QFS. The certificate refers to a serial number on a piece of gold or an asset held in the reserve to back the coin. Active assets are the justification for establishing the amount of currency available in each country, but all denominations of currency must be accepted within the QFS, and a certificate of real value must be granted to be active within the QFS. It should be noted that any fiat currency that cannot be designated as clean, clear, non-terrorist, or non-clearly derived from legal activities will be declassified. Legal fiat currencies already in possession at the time of the large-scale implementation of the QFS, while their holders were doing legal business, will be exchanged at the bank for gold-backed coins. The procedure is called reconciliation and qualifies the money transfers as legal or illegal. The responsibility for this granting lies with the natural intelligence of the QFS. The only refuge left for illegal money will be digital currencies that will disappear over time due to their lack of backing in real and tangible goods rather than in computer algorithms. Any country that does not comply with the Global Economic Security and Reform Act called GSRA will be excluded from the QFS and will eventually be marginalized from international trade. Each country must comply with the GSRA agreement to participate in the QFS. The Alliance will use a specific quantitative formula to establish the amount of currency available in a country that must be backed by gold. The result of the formula will establish a fair value to each country's assets compared to another. There is far more gold than is necessary to achieve the gold backing of all the world's currencies. The price of gold will become irrelevant once the global financial reset is established. If the price of gold goes up, so will the value of all currencies. The formula includes assets on the ground, the country's economy, its population, which is one of the country's assets, and a number of other parameters to determine the value of the country's currency. This formula must be applied to each country so that all currencies are on par with other countries. The application of the formula and the common value of all gold doesn't mean that the currency of one country should have the same value as the currency of another country. The tide is turning. Now the Gaia shift, the dimension shift, the realm shift has been mostly accomplished. You know this. What you have been waiting for, what you have been participating in, is the shift in consciousness of the human heart, the deepest acceptance not only of yourself, but also of the collective that you are all love. You are many things, and they all emanate from the essence of love. They are the very fibers of your being. And so, yes, you are right when you say that you are doing your work because of you love yourself, because that is the beginning, the middle, and the end. There is no being on the planet that doesn't yearn for love. Even the most aberrant behaviors come from self-esteem issues. They come from ego issues, from wanting to be more important, more noticed, more worthy, and that simply comes from a place of feeling lost, a massive ego effort to be seen. Ultimately, the evolution of consciousness is based on the ability to be kind, compassionate, and forgiving of one another. It's not all about an event or a solar flare. It's not about what's happening in the skies with the spaceships and star visitors. Everything that people want to happen to bring about the great changes of planet Earth can and will only happen when you all make the necessary changes within yourselves. Then that reflection can come back to you and show you what a peaceful and beautiful galaxy and universe you are part of. Slavery and Ascension. Ascension Report. We are currently in the process of dismantling a 15,000-year agenda to keep humankind enslaved. For those of you who wonder why it is taking so long, to say that the Maya has had its tentacles in every aspect of society, and its plan has been to deprogram the children of God, to impose a false idea of limitation on individual and collective consciousness. This plan has been relentless and has infiltrated every aspect of your lives, from religion, school, education, politics, the media, and even within your own family. This is deeply connected to the paradigm of patriarchy, which has sought to eradicate the role of the divine feminine from our society. This in itself is the reason why societies has fallen in frequency to an unprecedented level. It's very important to know for everyone to realize that the third dimensional programming has been aimed at keeping everyone disconnected from their divinity. Therefore, it would be good for you to realize that absolutely everything the third dimension was taught you about the true nature of reality is in fact a lie. You are infinite and immortal souls. You are the holiest of holiest. Your heart is the most sacred scripture in the universe. You are a precious divine child of God. You are protected by a legion of angels. All your thoughts are protected. Your every and is cherished and protected. There are no words in human language that can adequately express how devoted God, Mother, Father is to you and your little self or the little child. It would be helpful to work on dismantling the entire structure of the third dimensional program to become the empty vessel that your soul consciousness promised it would be in this lifetime. Lightworkers. The dark still seems to be in charge, and in our low frequency moments, we doubt whether our ascension will take place. Yet, deep in our hearts, we know that all is well. We feel deep within us the divine energy, the love, the power that animates the universe. We feel a knowledge growing within us. There is a joy that it is difficult to explain. There is a peace, a letting go of earthly worry and concern, because we know that all is well and divinely orchestrated. Day by day we feel different. We feel lighter, more confident, more sure of our power. We feel divine love blossoming and increasing within us. Excuse me. We see clearly the earthly situation, the picture of the indoctrination of our brothers in the three-dimensional paradigm, the intricate matrix that is the environment of planet Earth. We can no longer communicate with our brethren even in their three-dimensional trance. As days go by and they heard the lies, the false words, the falsehoods, the false narrative repeated by the false media, they fall deeper and deeper into their delusion. They have taken this narrative as their truth. Fear not, dear ones, precious star seeds of the Lightworkers. All is well. We knew this journey would be complicated, disturbing and unsettling. This awakening of the tracking of planet Earth, that's why from a higher frequency volunteered to come to Earth to help. That is why we are here spreading our love and our light to raise the frequency of the Earth from the dimension of fear to the frequency of love in the fifth dimension. Because those precious human beings still indoctrinated in their school journey on planet Earth could not free themselves from their imprisonment in the karma of their reincarnation journey. and we can clearly see now how deeply they are entangled in believing the narrative of the bad actors. High praise. Lightworkers are more perceptive, more self-aware, intuitive and observant. They have a deep thinking and highly empathic nature. They react to stimuli in different ways than their three-dimensional peers. They have tremendous advantages in navigating this human realm. They have also tremendous disadvantages. They are more conscious. They process information more deeply. They see the details of what is going on around them. They experience emotions more intensely. They feel things more deeply. What is acceptable to others is often painful to them, because they see the subtleties in people's reactions. They cannot see violence. They cannot bear to watch violent movies, because the pain of the protagonists hurts them deeply. Very sensitive people or lightworkers often have a very difficult childhood. With our sensitivity, with our sentimental nature, we are particularly reactive to oppressive parenting. We easily fall into depression, anxiety and shyness when we feel our parents' criticism more strongly than our siblings. And so, highly sensitive people can easily become damaged and end up adopting an inferior position because they believe that they are told that something is wrong with them. Some families despise their evolved children for being different from others, and even take them to the psychiatrist instead of considering them a valuable treasure who can bring great benefits to humankind. Yes, dear Lightworkers, starseeds, life is good and gets better as you embody the qualities, the subtleties of a high sensitive person. You are of higher frequency than your peers, and you have paid a high price for it. You are here to radiate light and love, to help the world out of this entrenched delusion. Thanks a lot, dear friends. And that's all for today. Thank you.